drive gauge. Can they outlast it? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Taking stock. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Shoots off a fireball up close. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Impact's a no-go. Brushes off the impact. Drops him with a Shoryu. They don't need to go for anything but in there. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Medium kick hits. Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Sends a clear message with that counter. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Switches it up. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Connects with medium kick. Quick breather. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. That back row was huge! Oh, what's this? Punish counter sets the table! Nothing! Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Shreds them with a critical one. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving put the fear of God in it. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Gotta do this.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Player 1 blazing through that drive gauge to try and set the pace. They need to make good use of the gauge without emptying it. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Will they build meter or just go all in on each other? Gaining some meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. Who's going to break the silence first? Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Okay, we're at the halfway point now. How will our fighters use this time to create chances for themselves? Player 2 with the life lead. We're at the halfway point of the round, and both fighters should be well past the warm-up phase. How will both competitors use this remaining time? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Taking stock. Life lead opens up. Flicks out the blade to creep up. Not much time left in this round. They gotta keep their eye on the timer. Closes with the throw. Hitting them with the smart stuff.
I'm just on
Player
another
2
level.
takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Player 1 was kept on their toes all round and didn't utilize their drive gauge efficiently. You may see them pay a bit more attention to that as we head into the next round. Big throws. Player 1 will need to play it consistently. Burnout activates. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Going in? It breaks those shins. You've gotta be springs forward with the drive rush. Chops him with a Shoryu. Attempts to break the knockdown. Here comes the projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent drops them from the air. Ooh, they're gonna feel that. Here we go. Let's loose a boom. Wrecks them. Jumps. He throws them. How long offensive assault continues. Player took the low. Amazing. Target combo into. Huge chance after that wall splat. Throws him. What's next? Impact squat. Close range projectile. Big gauge lead here. Gotta do better than that. They are not getting close to each other. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Sonic Blade to steal a turn. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? And whiffs. They're wide open. The drive impact doesn't work. Player one can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. But denies the jump in. Hit quick, air to air. Ugh, take a seat. Immaculate counter. Player two is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Changes the pace with the fireball. Sonic Blade to fish for a reaction. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Knew they'd go for it. That's a good read. All right, uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Takes a trip. Player one chases him down. Can't tech the throw. Fireball from very long range. What's next? The comeback's gonna be tough now. Can they do it? Beautiful setup with that attack. Life lead opens up. Sticks the combo. Where's their opening? Grabs him. Both fighters planning something? In there! Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player two did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Still scrapping for control of the space, experiencing burnout. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge, now's the time. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Shoryuken, zones with the meets them air to air. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Are we betting it all on the drive rush? Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Keeps him out. A jump? KO. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Let us round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Keep off the projectile from downtown to check their approach. Put one in the pocket. Player two with a sliver of drive gauge left. They may be in for a tough time. They need to make good use of the gauge without emptying it. Player two chases them down. Taking stock. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Throws them to negate the block. Takes a trip. Both fighters are barely alive. Checks. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Can't tech the throw. Did well to get the buff in there. Drops him with a shorty. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. A quick breather. They were right to be on guard there. This is an all-in with a rush. Cross, what a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Uses their drive gauge. It's time for both fighters to lay it all up. Solid anti-air. Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. Carries them all the way to the corner and whip. They're wide open. Wow, reads the counterattack. Both sides getting sets up with the jump in. Impact squat. Taking chunks out of each other here. In attack range. Anti-air in the clutch. Gets the counter hit and the win. Player 1 made all the right moves. And this experience is only gonna make them stronger. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Knockdown. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Scrapping it out up close. Knockdown and player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player 2 fires off a Shinku Hadouken KO. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Checks them with the projectile. Good parry here to try and make something happen. Saw the projectile easily. They'll want to be careful of positioning here while on the lookout for more projectiles. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they were right to be on guard there. Player, burnout activates. A quick breather. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Scrapping it out up close. Jumps in. How's this? What? Oh my god, what a protest! Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the connects with the throw. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Super clutch corner switch. Turns out. Oh, well, what's this Shinku Hado gonna do? What a finish! Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger.
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Starts off zoning with fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Good work staying in throw range there. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Parries the projectile. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Experiencing burnout. Finishes it with the anti-air. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Fight.
How's this? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Hits him with a stop and pop. Whiffs with that huge attack. You do not want to whiff an impact. Jumps in. Side switch in the corner. Sneaks, picks the air throw. Both fighters planning something? Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Breaks the block with a throw. Going in. This is gonna be bad news. Triple J right doing the business. Player 2 can't use any drive. There's a burnout. Backed into the corner. Kick out of nowhere. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Blocks the jump in. Opts for the throw. Puts one in the pocket. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Throws them to negate the block. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Takes a trip. Sticks the jump in. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Nails the anti-air. Decides to meet them in the air. Goes for a projectile to try and change them. Player 2 is going to have a hard... burnout activates. Going in. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player hits them with a stop and bomb. Hits something. Uses the gauge for a super arm. The super doesn't hit. Jumps. A real test of nerves here. We have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. Oh, snap! Looking for a hold. One chance here may end this match. Player 2 flatlines him. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. What's the play here? The impact gets blocked. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Life lead opens up. Both fighters KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. A smart play to stop the opponent there. That counter's got to have rattled. Player 2 will need to put experience in burnout. Knockdown and... Player 2 in Dyer's hits them with a stop and pop. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Blocks it. Here comes the corner pressure. Manages to block the jump in attack. Will this super art do anything? Big. What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Shoryuken zones with the fireball. Player 2 closed out the last round with a super. They spent that cash, but will it come back to bite them? What are they gonna do? Solid anti-air. Player 1 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity.
Getting it right up with the super.
Come on. It's time to
Spends
train.
it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Carried to the corner. This may be bad news.
What's next? With medium poke.
Jump.
Oh, they switch sides.
Nothing stops this train. Dragon Lash. Free flow strike.
Turns out, player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Back into the corner. This is, are you kidding me?
Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Oh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Getting tipsy with the devil inside. Still very early in the round. They're still feeling each other out. The low kick is blocked. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. All right, what's coming up next? Very solid corner switch. The jump in is denied. Knockdown. Throws him. What's next? Heading into the end game now. It's getting gets him. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Jumps in. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Pokes with a medium kick. Hits him with a stopping block. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. It's a good spot to use the super.
It's time
Lands
to
the
train.
Getsuga Saiho.
Going for that juicy damage.
What'll happen here? Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Player 2 needs to use what a finish! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Throw hits. Now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Trips him up. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 2 has been really leaning on that drive gauge. Managing that drive gauge is gonna get tricky. A battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground. Player 2 is going to have a hard... Will this super art connect? Burnout is triggered. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Sees it coming and blocks it out. All right, what's coming up next? Player KO. Player 2
Takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
goes with a projectile for the opening shot. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Misses the drive impact. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impact. Player 2 will need to play it experiencing burnout. Player 2 in dire just goes for it at this range. Level 3 super. Bending that meter like it's nobody's business. Ooh, they're gonna feel that. Here we go. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. It's a level 1. Breaking with some serious style. Charges forward. Just goes, finds the target. Oh, stun. Bad news is on the flatline zone. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Here's to a fight. Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. No good up high. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. What are they thinking here? Deftly shuts out the jumper. What's the play here? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Taking stock. Misses the drive impact. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Sure you can? The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Who will capitalize on an opening first? Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Can they use their final bit of drive gauge to finish the round? KO! Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Hits him with a stop and bop. What'll happen here? The impact doesn't do anything. Excellent block to shut out the impact. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Super Arts on deck. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player experiencing burnout. They're both driveless. This is gonna get messy. The drive's off the table. What else have they got? Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Max crowns him from above. Ooh, what a smart throw. What'll happen here? Noticeable life lead is a stone cold embrace. You can't block those. They both flatline them. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Fight with all your heart!
Don't expect me.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Gets the counter. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a check KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Strings it all together. Flashes it. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Knockdown and still scrapping for control of the space. Grabs and throws them away. Brushes that off and keeps going. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. Going in. Just go in there. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
The top player is here. Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. That was a solid anti-air. Wow. Shut down. Starts off zoning with fireball. Blocks the jump in. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Overdrive arts give moves a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. So they break forward to pressure the opponent, throws them to negate the block. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Check good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Zones with the fireball. That's a counter. In there! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. From up above, you can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Still slugging it out at this range. What'll happen here? Zones with the fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. There's the impact! Not letting that go unpunished. Player 2 has an empty drive. Just goes for it at this range. The super doesn't hit. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Both fighters planning something? Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Fireball pressure drops them from the air. Big drive gauge difference here. Knockdown. Here comes the next one. Flatline zone. One more. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Shoots off a fireball up close. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Are they trying to bait out the jump? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Spends the gauge for the drive reversal. Sees it coming and blocks it out. forcefully closes the gap. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Life lead opens up. Checks with a medium kick. Gets the jump in. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 KO! Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Doesn't miss a beat. Shoots off a fireball up close. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground games to win. Both fighters have a full super meter on. Will this super art connect? That's not gonna hit. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Drive gauge gap here. A depleted drive gauge will really limit their options here. Smart meter management is one of the keys to winning, so they'll have to keep tabs on that if they want to win this match. Breaks the block with a throw. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Looks like they want to reads the jump in perfectly. This can lead to some big damage. Knockdown and... Are we gonna see a comeback? Sets up with the jump in. Kick out of nowhere. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do. Perfect execution with the anti-air. No knockdown as the low heavy is blocked. Zones with the fireball. Drops him hard. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Player 2 sets up with the jump in. Player 1 has a full drive gauge, but is on the brink of death. Turns out. What are they gonna do? The drive impact doesn't work. Shakes things up with a fireball. Taps him on the dome. The low. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Dumps him. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game.
Comes a new challenger. comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Don't expect me to be.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Deftly shuts out the jump in. Goes for the throw. Steps in for the throw. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. No good up high. Well-timed command throw there. Holds out with the block. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. KO! Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Projectile to try and change the situation. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when the opponent can't jump them. Hits them with a stop and block. Heats it up with a combo into super. Shippujinrai hit. Good damage option there. Player one has the meter lead. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. They're backed up into the corner. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side swing. Good! Are they trying to bait a throw? They may have something up their sleeve. Big! Oh, the throw connects! They whip! They're wide open! What now? Getting up close and personal! A projectile to say get up! Willing to risk it for the overdrive! Big drive cap now! Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Okay, nobody blinks. Solid anti-air. They back down, burns out. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Player two can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? Playing flatline though. Player one was an absolute beast in that match. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 3 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. The grab misses. Gets the jump in. Nails the anti-air. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Next hit will end the round. Good job blocking. Gets him. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Throws him. What's next? Closes the gap for the grab. Gotta hits him with a stopping bomb. Flashes him. The grab misses. Knockdown. Player two will look to apply pressure here. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Jump? You've gotta be smart play to stop the opponent there. Sends a clear message with that counter. Oh my god, they just choked it up! Reach out and hug him! Experiencing burnout. Checking with the fireball. How will they react? Player two can't use any strong critical. What's gonna happen? This is gonna kill, no doubt about it.
No remorse!
Oh, they got him!
How'd I lose?
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for him.
comes a new challenger.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
Come on.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Tries to throw, but doesn't connect. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Decent damage. What's next? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 2 chases him down. Big counter. Knockdown. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to end the throw, ends the round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent goes for the super art. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Player brushes that off and keeps going. Zones with the fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground defenses. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Player 2 bears the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. There's money, don't make no money. Spends it all for the Shinryu Rippa. Presses for a reaction with a fireball. Oh, they switched. Oh, what a smart throw. Oh, here we go. Player 1 is flatlined done. Player 2 comes away with the win.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Checks them with a projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Starts with a jumper. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Neither of them willing to back off, experiencing burnout. Throws them. What's next? Where's their opening? The kick hits! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Immediate jump in. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Absorbs the attack and fires back. Flashes it. Will this super art connect? This Dragon Lash Flame could be big. How will this impact things? Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Fires without warning. Shoryuken? Both fighters planning something? Looking for a chance. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. From up, just goes for it at this range. The super doesn't hit. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Player 1 hits them with a stop and pop. Jinrai kick for a mix. Taps him on the toe. But catches out of the Shinfu Jinrai. That combo finishes it. How's that? Player 2 survived that tense mirror match.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Nowhere to run.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireball. Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Whiffing a drive impact opens a huge window to get punished. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Is the fireball part of their corner game? Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Knockdown. Neither of them willing to back off here. Life lead opens up. Where's their opening? Time's the only thing moving here. KO! Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Great match. Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Got it.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. What's the play here? Grabs him, steps in for the throw. Just goes for it to stop the opponent's flow. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Throws them to negate the block. Projectile to try and change the situation. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Sullivan picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Sandblast! The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Medium kick. Can't tech the throw. Good work staying in throw range there. Broken blast! Now, can they finish the job? Going in? Grabs and throws him away. That throws you some good damage. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see! Rip-off! The fighter's return crowns him from above. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Oh my, the throw tech. This can lead to some big damage. Connects with the throw. Connects with medium kick. Throws them forward and maintains the corner hit. Denied! He uses that wall pressure. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Jumps. Picks up the counter. Drive impact misses. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impact. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Connects with the throw. What now? Player one can't use drive anymore. Throws them. Both avoiding. There's a burnout. What's next? Adds a bit of OD spice there. Throw is denied. This can lead to some big damage. Hits him with the Player one can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. They didn't take the throw. Player one was definitely sweating during that well-earned win.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Close range projectile. Connects with the throw. Flashes him. Smart play with the throw. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player two is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Checking their reactions with a fireball, projectile to try and change the situation. Throws them to negate the block. Jumps, goes for the jump. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Sends a clear message with that counter. Player two, a super art, a parry, grabs and throws him away. A quick breather. Their timing was on point there. That perfect parry may lead to something. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily. They're going for the super art. Opts for the level 1 Vulcan Blast.
Drives it back, misses. Wraps it up with a throw.
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak